Alrighty, my good old friends of YouTube, we have a lot to break down in this video. We're going to go over 3 stocks that are doing very well right now, and we're going to break down the indexes here, which are also doing very well right now. We have the Russell up 0.9%, the Nasdaq's up 1.6%, the S&P's up 0.9% as well, and we have the Dow Jones up 0.3%. So yeah, jam-packed video. If y'all find value, hit the like button, feel free to subscribe, and check out the Moomoo link down below if you guys want some free stocks. You can get up to 15 stocks each up to $2,000 with a $100 deposit, and you can also get a free share of either Tesla stock or Google stock depending on how much more money you deposit. So check out all the details, link down below. And with that being said, folks, cheers, let's dive right into the video. So like I said, all the indexes right now are doing very well. The Russell, the Dow, well, the Dow's not doing as well, but still it's up 0.4%, 0.3%. Everything is doing very well, which is a beautiful sight, right? We like seeing this stuff, and it looks like SPY right now is starting to break back up towards the 180 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see actually now we're testing the highs from the end of last week as well, from Thursday, where we hit 446 roughly. So this is a big spot on SPY, right around 446, 447. I'm going to actually set my alert at 448. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above 448. That puts us a little bit above the highs from last week. Again, end of last week, and that would put us above the 180 SMA, which is on the 4-hour chart here. So SPY looks like we're arguably double bottoming a little bit here and starting to break back out, but not fully yet until we start breaking the mid 400s, which we're getting pretty dang close, guys, are we not? And triple Q, if I pull it up on the 4-hour chart, let me show you this. It's looking pretty similar, right? We're making higher lows here. Doesn't really look like a double bottom. SPY looked more like a double bottom, but either way, we're slightly above the 180 moving average here on triple Q on the 4-hour chart, and now we're getting awfully close to the highs from, I believe, Friday or Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. We hit about 374, 375, and now right now in real time, 11:20 when I'm making this video, we're at 373. So we're right there, guys. We're right there, and we're already starting to break out of this trend line. Let me actually redraw this. Give me a second, guys. You can see we're already starting to break out slightly of that trend line, and if this thing starts cracking above 375, 380, that's where I think the real breakout could be coming. So let me actually set my alert now. I'll put 2 alerts actually. One at 375, mark is at or above on triple Q, and I'll do another one at $380 per share. Mark is at or above. There we go. So 2 alerts. 375, 380. I'm thinking if 375 breaks, we slowly start building more momentum. Then if 380 breaks, man, woo, from there, I think it's really going to start to take off back towards the recent highs from about a little over a month ago now, which those highs were $388 per share. So that's a quick rundown here on what's going on. Not fully breaking out, but markets are looking green all across the board, and we're right there on SPY and triple Q. So let's dive into these stocks now, guys. Coinbase is up 13.6 or 13.2% right now after we got some news that we're going to talk about here in a minute, and it looks like Coinbase's stock chart is maintaining an uptrend, and now we're starting to break out on the 4-hour chart above the 50 SMA, which is the first time we're actually doing this in about a month now, month and a half actually. So that's a good sign for Coinbase, technically speaking, and we're right by the 180 SMA right now, which is at about $86, $88 roughly. We're still under that point. But if that ends up breaking, we start pushing 90s again on Coinbase, that's where, the full breakout could be coming on this particular stock. So again, my alert's set at what? Did I just put another one at? I have one at 90. I just put another one at 90. And I might as well put another one. Why not? Make it 3. Make it 3 alerts, guys. I'll put another one at $88. Mark is out or above $88. So let me show you what's going on here with Coinbase, guys, which doesn't really have to do with Coinbase directly. But I guess, I guess it kind of does. But in a sense, it doesn't, because this really has to do here with Grayscale, right? You can see if I show you this article, you can see the headline, right? First Bitcoin ETF could be coming soon as court rules in favor of Grayscale over the SEC, which is interesting. Let's come down here a little bit more. You guys can see grayscale. So the District of Columbia Court of Appeals has paved the way for Bitcoin exchange-traded funds. You heard that right. On Tuesday, which is today, the court sided with Grayscale in a lawsuit against the SEC, which had denied the company's application to convert the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which I believe the ticker is GBTC on that. Please feel free to correct that if I'm wrong, which I'm pretty sure I'm pretty positive that's the ticker, but they're looking to convert it to an ETF. And again, the SEC originally denied that, which is interesting. And the decision could impact other companies that want to create ETFs like BlackRock, of course, and Fidelity, among other ones. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cap crypto gains surged on the news, of course. And Coinbase, which we just talked about, is up massively on the day. And Grayscale initiated its lawsuit against the SEC in June of 2022. So we're talking over a year ago at this point, after the agency rejected its application to turn its Bitcoin Trust, better known as GBTC, there we go, into an ETF. And the ruling faced multiple delays, but the SEC ultimately rejected the application last summer, citing failure by Grayscale to answer questions related to concerns about market manipulation and investor protections, which I guess, those are valid. The SEC is here to help the people in a way, right? That's one of their roles, and it virtually guarantees and protect them from getting scammed, right, and defrauded. It virtually guarantees they will approve BlackRock and Fidelity, said Dave Weisberger, CEO of CoinRoutes, a platform that provides algorithmic trading and consolidated market data products for digital assets across yada, 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 yada. And Grayscale may need to refile, but they will almost certainly be approved as well. So interesting, guys. Very interesting. That is the news right now, which is good. Any news for Bitcoin? Although I'm not a big crypto guy, you know that. The channel is not Stas Talks Bitcoin, right? It's Stas Talks Stocks. Obviously, I'm more of a stock market guy, way more of a stock market guy. But this is big news for Bitcoin. The people that want to see an ETF. This is, big news for them and big news for the space in general in the pursuit of that ETF, which who knows when that's actually going to happen. But either way, Coinbase stock is breaking out. And the next one that's breaking out here is Tesla, guys. Look at this. TSLA is up 5.3% right now. Looks like we've done some sort of a V-shaped recovery here over the past couple of trading days as we got knocked down to 210, 215. And who called that out, guys? Who called that out? Not to toot my own horn, but I called that out, guys. You guys probably remember that. We were calling Tesla probably about a week ago, 210, 215, and now we're pushing 250. We're right by the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and we're right by my alert, which is at, where is it at? 258, which if that breaks, guys, we could be running even more. Maybe back towards the high 200s. It's totally possible. But right now, it's exploding for sure. Tesla's up around 20% over the course of the past week and a half. And now we're approaching a spot where if we break out of here, guys, right at 258, where my alert's at, right here, right? You see that? We could be getting awfully close to another breakout, right? Which at this point is definitely on my radar for TSLA. And the last one here, guys, is Best Buy, which they just reported earnings, I believe, this morning. It looks like they did adjusted EPS of $1.22, which beat the $1.06, so that's awesome. And they beat on sales, $9.58 billion versus $9.52 billion expected. So double beat for Best Buy, and it looks like they tightened their full year 24 adjusted EPS guidance from 570 to 650, now to 640, which is good, versus the 610 expected. So that's great, above the estimates there. And they lowered their full year 24 sales guidance from 43.8 to 45.2 billion, now to 43.8 to 44.5. But either way, that's still above the 44.29 billion on the upper end of that range. So Best Buy, solid earnings, strong guidance. They're not cutting guidance, which is good. And the stock is rebounding. And mind you, the stock was down massive heading into earnings. It was down big time from 85 to 70. So it was pretty much down 15%. It was probably pricing in maybe worse earnings. The earnings were better than expected. Now we're getting the pop. So BBY is one that I'm looking at for sure, especially if we start taking out the 80s again and start moving past that point. At that point, we could start pushing mid 80s, maybe even higher. We'll see. So I have my alert at $80. I'll put another one at $85. Let me do that now. Mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from that point, guys. So what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit that like button and to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in as always. And don't forget to get your free money from Moomoo. Again, up to 15 stocks with just a $100 deposit. And if you deposit some more money, you could also get a Tesla share or a Google share guaranteed. All the details are linked down below. I appreciate you all as always. Or you can simply go to stocksarefast.com/Moomoo, get your stocks, and feel free to check out my Patreon if you guys want to see me build out my private portfolio, which I just bought more stocks in today. If you guys want to see that, plus more, Discord, all that good stuff, access to me throughout the day, my charts, my posts and ideas, all of that is on Patreon, link down below, and it's pretty cheap, guys. It's not like I'm charging $100 or $200 a month. It's a lot cheaper than that. Check it out. Link down below. I'll see you guys later.